Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of the Pro Wrestling Noah TEW 2020 series here on the channel, as it is the Junior Heavyweight Tag League episode here. And just before we get started, I'm going to run through the tournament standings just to kind of see what the 10 teams are looking like. You probably will hear some fans going off in the background. There was a leak in the office, a water leak that kind of happened when we were sleeping, so we woke up to a damp-ass carpet, and just not great at all. I do have them on the lowest setting, but I still think they're pretty loud, so hopefully this is just going to affect this recording. Maybe it will still be a thing for the next episode, or not the next episode, the next series, the ECW series that's on the channel, but that's that's a possibility, but at least that one's only going to be like a 10-minute, episode, so it's not that big of a deal. As for this, the tag league, the bracket, it's looking like this. It's Taiji Shimoi and Ricky Marvin of Brave, King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. of the Kings of Wrestling, and Kushida and Ryusuke Taguchi, of course. At the last episode, we saw Taguchi come to the aid of Kushida, and they're going to team up for this tag league. And, obviously, in real life, we know what they can do. We'll see how they do as far as in the mod here. Live Strong, Die Hard of Eddie Edwards and Roderick Strong. Momonosuke Tag. Obviously, that's Rada and Atsushi Kotoge. Naoki Tanasaki. And that's actually not supposed to be Ricochet. I'm not sure why. It's supposed to be Pac. Oh, that's right, because Pac, as I made this bracket, he was not officially with the company yet. As far as, we're still loaning him, but it's just, when we made the tournament, he wasn't obviously with the roster, but now he is. So yeah, we could fix that. Naoki Tanasaki and Pac as Nozawa and Super Crazy, former Los Perros de Mal de Japón, which is awesome how I did that, and now, Super Crazy is actually in Los Perros de Mal de Japón. That'll never not be funny. As Red Dragon, obviously the champs, the GC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, looking to have a strong showing, obviously being the champs, but their reign's still, pretty early on in their reign, so there's a lot of room to grow, but also they are kind of protecting the fact that at least they're going to have a nice little reign because of this. You're going to have 10 shows where at least potentially you won't have a title match. Maybe you will on the 10th day if you do so poorly, but potentially you might even be into the finals too. So you might even go on to win the whole thing where you can pick your challenger. But as far as that goes, and then Suzuki-gun of Yoshida Kanemaru and Taichi, Takashita and Endo as Konosuke Takashita and Tetsuya Endo, the Young Lions. So really a solid group as far as like 9 strong teams. And then obviously Takashita and Endo as the Young Lion team, which, they're here to grow. And sure, is it going to be a complete, like, compared to 2012's Global Junior Tag League? I'll just kind of remind everyone, as I want to, it's, because this one was 2011. Yeah, the first time we did 10 teams, and there's some pretty good teams in there. Key and Kanemaru, Speed Muscle in there. You had Devitt and Taguchi of Apollo 55, of course. The Anti-No Mercy Union team of Atsushi Aoki and Katori Suzuki, which, of course, they are not going to be in it because Aoki's hurt. So we figured have the Brave team because we couldn't do Ishimori and Suzuki because they don't really have great chemistry. So it just felt like that was the best case scenario there. Really just the Super Crazy Pedro Aguayo Jr. team, not the greatest. And, Kendo Cash and Kushida, that's a nice team on paper, but obviously they don't perform well with their chemistry faults. So, is it as strong as maybe that? Maybe not, but I honestly think it's better, just as far as complete teams. We've been growing, obviously, every year. We're trying to get better and better. And I feel like this is a good representation of that, because there's going to be a lot of good guys in this tag league, for sure. As, without wasting no more time here, it's going to be funny. After going from the New Japan series, where obviously that was a longer, bigger tour because of the added people, it's going to be a bit of a change of pace, only having to book, 5 matches instead of booking 12 on the fucking tour. So that's going to be exciting. We've added everything to the pre-show page. As, obviously going to be in Kanto for this first show. Maybe not, though, actually, now that I'm looking at that. We'll probably run Chuba. That would probably be a good idea. That's not a bad, the Act City, unless there's somehow a 2,200, but there's a 2,100. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. As, the main event, that's a tough one. Because there's, as far as the best match, maybe this Red Dragon Suzuki Gun match, because of them being the tag champs, and almost in typical fashion with this series, the champs lose on the first night as Taichi beats Bobby Fish. 2 points for Taichi and Yoshitone Kanemaru. Suzuki Gun starting off strong there. And then probably Nozawa and Crazy against Pac and Tanasaki, as Nozawa and Super Crazy are going to beat Pac and Tanasaki. And we're going to have Nozawa beat Pac, actually. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Gave it a shot. So Pac's not going to be losing a whole lot here. We could probably give that a little bit more time, actually. 22 minutes. Because I think that one's got 22 as well. So yeah, it's fine. That'll work. We'll have to add a match to every one of these shows as well, as Ishimori and Ricky Marvin against Momono Sushi Tag. That's not a bad match. Probably going to go with Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi against Live Strong Die Hard, as Kushida's going to beat Eddie there. That's getting 20. And then Ishimori and Marvin against Momono Station Tag, which we're actually going to bump this down a little bit, have this be set for Steal the Show. I feel like that's for the best. As Ishimori will be pinning. It doesn't matter. He can beat Kotoge or Harada at that point. Then Devitt and Zack obviously going to get their win over Takashita and Endo. It's basically getting a bye, is what that match is. Given that 12 minutes, though, is pretty nuts. As far as, maybe not nuts, but just as far as, usually we make it a solid 10. So I'm thinking another tag, but do a heavyweight tag. Maybe do Lashley and Bob. See what team we could do. And it makes sense at the same time. Oh yeah, the Pillars of Violence could always be a good idea. Tanaka and Shuji Shikawa. So we'll bump that down to 11, actually. As we won't make him go all out. We'll just have to be open and decisive and just kind of see how Bob does. Yep. Alright. Not bad. Not a bad show. We'll see how it goes here. 62. Way to go, Ishikawa. And even Masato Naka to an extent. As Bobby Lashley with a 42. Bob Sapp with a 38. Yeah, I mean, their time will be coming up. As much as I love Bob Sapp and Bobby Lashley, it's just not happening, you know. And it's fine to have an undercard team. And they did their couple of tours, with us. But I think it's ran its course at this point, because they'll just be hanging around to lose at that point. And might as well just free up the cap. It's King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. against Takashita and Endo. It's King Devitt with the diving foot stomp in 12-17. 66 for Zack. 61 for Devitt. Obviously, Devitt dealing with that injury, which he'll be getting outperformed, because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen throughout this tournament. But that's a great showing for Zack, though, having a 66. As a 69 for Taiji Ishimori and Ricky Marvin against Momono Station Tag, which Harada almost outperformed Ricky Marvin, but obviously Ishimori just light years ahead of everybody else in this matches. Ishimori to Himo Celio in 13:54. I got a 69. Another 69 for Kushida and Taguchi against Eddie Edwards and Roderick Strong of Live Strong Die Hard. Is Kushida with Kushida Lock in 2027. Yeah, Kushida 68, 63 for Taguchi, 55 for Strong, 54 for Eddie. That makes sense, 71 for Pac and Nozawa. I'm about to say Pac and Nozawa. Pac and Naoki Tanasaki against Nozawa and Super Crazy. Yeah, that's a close one. Probably should have gave it to Pac and Tanasaki as far as off of ratings, but Nozawa and Super Crazy with the excellent chemistry, though. That is fun to see. And Nozawa with the Nozawa driver on Tanasaki. At least Tanasaki was almost the worst guy in the match, and had the worst performance of the two. But yeah, that's good stuff there for the color commentary to put that into the 70s. 74 for the main. Wow. Really didn't have any faith in this, but Kyle O'Reilly, strong showing there, being the best guy in this tournament as far as off of in-ring performances, even though he came up short. Red Dragon, though, great start, even though they lost. Performance-wise, they're looking pretty solid. Bobby Fish is almost in the 60s now. Years. Yeah, I mean, they were one of our first acquisitions. They were there from basically like the second or third episode. and they have been a long-term project. Gave them the belts, and they're really showing that they belong as the junior tag team champions. And 73 for the show, actually not bad. I was a little nervous about that, but very awesome to see that everything went pretty well. Really, the worst thing was the opener, or was the not even the opener, just the first of the 5 of the junior tag matches. So that's not bad. Yeah, even a 62 thanks to the Pillars of Violence. As yeah, I mean, we're gonna be you all know the drill by now. You know, we're gonna be, we linked it out to where it stops after each show. So we'll catch you guys for day 2. All right, day 2. As I'm assuming we're still not good to go as far as running shows in Kanto, but yeah, but just fine though. I mean, we're doing okay. The business is booming in Japan, and it's only going up from here. So that's great to see. That's probably why we're doing so well too, as far as business wise too. Really clicking at the right time for us to be doing well 2 years in, and the business is just getting better and better in Japan. Yeah, Kyushu, I mean, 2,000 strong for a tour show. You can't beat that. Can't beat that at all. As for the main event for this show, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones on here, to be honest. A lot of good, because, honestly, I think the co-main will be this. Ishimori and Marvin against Devitt and Zack. Main will probably be Kushida and Taguchi. Maybe even Red Dragon and Tanasaki and Pac, though. Yeah, let's just see what the... So Kyle is going to get the win for the Red Dragon team. Since he's done the best as far as... I think he should be the main event. And that's a tough start for Tanasaki and Pac, though, starting off 0 for 2. But some great showings from Red Dragon, though, to bounce back after losing the first week. And Devitt's going to beat Ricky Marvin there in the co-main. That's going 26. That's a long time. It's Kushida and Taguchi against Nozawa and Super Crazy, which... Kushida and Taguchi will be getting the win, as Kushida's going to get the win. I mean, he could beat Nozawa, he could beat Super Crazy. Really doesn't make a difference to me. And then Suzuki, Goon with Live Strong, Die Hard. With Roddy actually getting the win, and a huge upset for Live Strong, Die Hard, beating Suzuki Goon there. Yeah, I was about to say, someone's going to be pissed about that. Because, I mean, just... I think they're both in, like, the mid-40s as far as pop goes. Well, way to go, Taichi, way to get talked into taking the fall. And then Kotoge against Tetsuya, Kotoge and Daisuke Rada against Konosuke Takashita and Tetsuya Endo. So we're actually going to have Kotoge. We even picked a loser, too, for Tetsuya Endo taking the fall. It's Momono Sushi and Tag going to get their first points of the tournament. So I think we just need to steal the show match. Yeah. Yeah, the chronic knee pain will be a problem for sure as far as going forward. But all in all, I think Devitt can handle himself pretty well, even with the injury. I'm thinking just a junior singles match. Maybe have Yoshitone against Koji Yamamoto, even. Just a thought. Just to get the young lion out there. Maybe even Kotori Suzuki, since he's not doing shit. Or even, I mean, Ricochet's... We could do Ricochet and Yoshitone, since Ricochet's only got one more match left on his current deal. Let's see if he'll lose to Yoshitone. Please don't have creative control. I hate this shit, man. And like, here's the thing. It's just such one-sided. I'd understand that. I think that's okay. I think you should be able to, if it's a good enough deal, be able to have that be turned off, if that makes sense. If they're just like, oh yeah, you don't have to have creative control. Because, like, the way the computer will book your fucking people, it's such shit. As far as what if they loan your talent, rather, if they try to start a trade with you, or not really, if you trade with them, they will just book them to shit. And it's a damn shame. Damn shame. So I guess we'll have Ricochet and O'Hara. See if O'Hara can get the win. There we go. At least he'll put somebody over. Is it because we kept him strong still? Oh, no. Alright. So, yeah, let's... yeah, we're gonna go. So let's run the show here. 58, yeah, Ricochet doing his thing. Fucking putting over the talent for us. Mighty nice of him. Oh, we got a broken tailbone for Daisuke Rada. That's not good. It's, Kotoge pins Tetsuya Endo with Maxim in 10:51. I'm assuming that broken tailbone, he's probably going to be out for a good bit, which will suck because either we have Kotoge team with Ohara from now on, or we just have them forfeit their wins. I'd honestly go with the forfeit at this rate, but we might just have Kotoge and Ohara team up together. So I forget if they have bad chemistry or not. I want to say they do. As Taichi gets hurt now, he's got a hernia. As that's not good. As the sick kick into the diehard driver for Roderick Strong, as he pins Taichi in 1938. They're actually pretty close. You know, Roddy with a 57, Taichi with a 63. Not that far apart. I'm cool with the upset there. But back-to-back injuries, not great sign. As a 70 for Kushida and Deguchi against Nozawa and Super Crazy. Kushida with a 71. So he gets the step-up Enziguri over Super Crazy 21-31. Interesting. It's not hitting the hoverboard, or the Kushida lock. I was thinking it was the hoverboard lock, but the Kushida lock. Interesting there. As 71 for this match as well, even though Devitt's injury, he ties Ricky Marvin, so really the wrong team won. But King Devitt with the Bloody Sunday in 26-17. Jesus Christ. The dyslexia on display on that one. As, Taichi with 75. I don't know why I was thinking that, because he probably did better than Kyle did last show. I was just blanking on as far as Kyle being the best. But yeah, Taichi Ishimori killing it, as always. Ishimori's the man. Main event to 68. Yeah, I mean, I think it was the right decision, too, as Kyle beats Tanasaki with the ankle lock on 22-27. Not a great start for Tanasaki and Pac, but still very, very early. And just taking on some tough guys, too, at the same time. At 67, yeah, just wrong match went on last. Should have went with this instead, but that's okay. That is okay, as wanted to give the champs the benefit of the doubt, and shouldn't have. So we'll go through probably the standings. I liked going after, like, the first 4 days. I think that's a good starting point. And, yeah, we'll just kind of work our way from there. So both Kakanuma will be replacing Taichi, and Hajime Ohara will be replacing Daisuke Harada. So there with having a pretty good junior heavyweight tag league to it. Now, probably decent tag league because of that. Because Kakanuma and Kanemaru don't... I think their chemistry is poor, and then just obviously Ohara, definitely a step down from Daisuke Harada, so it's just tough, big tough. But on the brighter side, as we got Keith Walker, who was brought before Wrestling Court of accused of fail to pick up his share of the tab of the bar. Judge Kazushi Sagarawi found him guilty and sentenced to buy drinks for having a jail. There are some bright spots to this, and one of them is we have probably the biggest acquisition we've ever had in this series. We got him. Exclusively. Stolen from New Japan. The 25-year-old Kazuchika Okada. And it's interesting, because obviously Okada, when this save starts, he's, I want to say, either just about to leave for excursion, or is on excursion. So we'll see. We'll take a look, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, he was mid, fucking, as far as excursion. They brought him back to the G1, which is wild. They didn't bring him back at the, obviously when he does come back. See what he did on the show, at the Wrestle Kingdom show, that he's, him and Billy Kid for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Yeah, they've been putting him in the junior division, which is just hilarious. Obviously that's changing here, because he's Kazuchika Okada. Yeah, I mean, 77 rating as far as what he did in New Japan. I think we're going to have Chaos, just makes sense. Or maybe something along those lines of... They're not going to be obviously called Chaos, but something along those lines, which probably it's going to be obviously him, Goto, and Ishii. So as far as that's the plan right now for that man. That's pretty fun, though. As far as... I felt like I probably shouldn't have done it, because it's like a little too cheeky of a play. But at the same time, it's pretty... Yeah, it's Kazuchika Okada. How many times can you say you can steal the future of New Japan there? They were using him shitty. It was kind of my big thing, too. They were putting him in the junior division the whole time. As far as this main event goes, really, I think it's either going to be Ishimori Marvin against Nozawa and Super Crazy, or Tanasaki, Pac, Devitt, Zack Sabre Jr. I'm actually going to go with the Ishimori Marvin Nozawa Super Crazy match, as Ishimori's going to get the win there in 20. And then we'll see what Tanasaki and Pac can do, as Zack's going to beat Tanasaki too. So that's 3 straight losses for that team, as the Kings of Wrestling keep the ball rolling there with a big-time win. And so this match would have been here, but I'm still probably going to do it, as far as in this spot, even though they all have pretty poor chemistry. Kushida and Taguchi should carry him to a pretty good match there. Then Live Strong and Die Hard against Kotoge and O'Hara, as Eddie Edwards is going to get the win. So they were actually going to already get the win, and Kotoge will be taking the fall there. And Red Dragon against Takashita and Endo. Obviously, the tag champs are going to be beating the Young Lion team. As far as, I think we have like everything as far as Steal the Show and stuff. We just got to add another match. I don't think we'll use Okada right away, but if we could, we should. That'd be pretty crazy, him just showing up, because they had just ran a show in the Tokyo Dome like the day before. I figured that wasn't going to be the case. I figured we had to wait a little bit. Another team that, that probably should have been in this was Sasuke and Yoshitone instead of maybe the Young Lion team. I could definitely see where someone would think that'd be a good idea, and it definitely would have been. I just, the Young Lion team definitely could use their reps. It is kind of my big thing. Speaking of, we'll probably have Koji Yamato and Sasuke, because we've done it a good bit, though. We've done it every other month. We'll see. See if they shit all over it. See what we get. Okay, I didn't complain about it. Perfect. Oh, we can run Kanto finally. Not really a Kanto card, though. So we'll kind of look around. Yeah, we'll go over here. 1,000, 850. I kind of want to run a 2,000 seater. That'd probably be for the best. There we go. As found it. Good to go on this show. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 42 as we got another injury. Broken toe. Koji Yamato. So he takes a Thunderfire Powerbomb in 9:32. Yeah, cooled the crowd. Not great. Not a great start, but somehow this does really well. As Kyle O'Reilly, though, it's almost in the 80s. It's pretty crazy. As Bobby Fish pins Takashita with the Chasing the Dragon. Finally. I feel like they rarely do their fucking finisher. As, yeah, I mean, Takashita, at least, is in the 40s now, but even that's probably with the chemistry boost as well. But, I mean, 2 teams with excellent chemistry, plus a tag team specialist bunch. A lot of green is what I'm seeing there, which is always a great sign. 54, though. Wow, that went down in a hurry, as Live Strong Die Hard beat the Future Shock team of Kotoge and Hajime Ohara in 12-17, as Eddie pins Kotoge with a sick kick into the Die Hard driver. So 66, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Kakanuma take on Kushida and Taguchi, as Kushida taps out Kakanuma's Kushida lock. I mean, it wasn't terrible as far as their ratings, but it wasn't great, though, at the same time. Because obviously Kanemaru had been in the 60s, but we'll take it. Kushida at least doing the damn thing and carrying this matchup. So 67 for Pac and Tanasaki against Zack Sabre Jr. and Devin in another match where it's like, definitely the wrong decision. But it's like, Devitt's injury is so much of a factor in this, obviously, because he would have been doing better than everybody in this goddamn match. He's doing better than half these guys in this tournament, and he's got a big injury going on. So it's just kind of, you got to find a place, and got to think ahead, too, as far as, even though he's not doing well in this tournament, when he's healthy, though, this is one of the best junior tag teams we have, for sure. There's another 67, as Nozawa and Super Crazy lose to Ishimori and Ricky Marvin, which, I mean, Ishimori and Ricky Marvin, they've been doing very, very solid, as obviously Ishimori's been really carrying Ricky Marvin to the finish line with a lot of these matches, but they've been doing the damn thing. That is for sure. 66, Pop change, figured so, obviously it's a tour show, but I finally changed the skin. I didn't even realize. I was like, oh yeah, we have the New Japan skin on, so that was fun. That good, well, get probably the first, 20-30 minutes is with the wrong skin, but that's okay. We fixed it. As, yeah, then after this show, we get to look at the standings, see how everybody's at. And, yeah. Alright, day 4, I got a backstage incident. Sakuraba with Takashita, passing on microphone work to Takashita. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably a good Kanto show. I'm just kind of curious what the main will be. Probably that, to be honest. Or actually, probably Red Dragon and Ishimori, Ricky Marvin. That'd probably be the best. Yeah, this is definitely a Kanto card, as they already have us in the 2,800 people. Wow. That is a lot of people. I kind of want to run just, Korakuen. Like, that's fine. We can run Korakuen, no problem. If I can fucking find it, though. Imagine there's not even Korakuen all. That would be our luck. I'm pretty sure there is. It's gotta be. Trying to think where would it be under, though, if it's not... Oh, it's probably Tokyo. Yep. Yep. Figured so. As, yeah, I mean, obviously we could have had a lot more people, but at the same time, it's Cork and all. It's a big deal. So, yeah, Ishimori, Ricky Marvin against Red Dragon, main event, as the Red Dragon team will be beating the Taiji Ishimori, Ricky Marvin team. Which I know I was going to go through the standings, but I'm just kind of curious, because Kushida and Taguchi and David and Zack have so far been undefeated. And with that win, Red Dragon elevates to 6 points, and that's a big-time win, too, because Ishimori and Marvin obviously had 4 points as well, so that's just a nice win for them going forward. Yeah, then this Tanasaki, Pac, Kushida, Taguchi match, which finally they get the win. They beat the team of Kushida and Taguchi, as Pac's going to pin Kushida too. Which obviously Pac and Kushida, pretty awesome match there, and that'd be a pretty fun exchange. Livestrong Die Hard against Devin and Zack, as they keep getting wins, as Zack beats Eddie Edwards there. This has been a nice showing for Zack to really show this, like, listen, we are in the same class, even though Devin's definitely better when he's healthy, but they're still in the same class, and then Kanemaru and Kakanuma against what would have been, what could have been for this match. It's a different form of Suzuki-gun, and we got a future shock team of Kotoge and Ohara instead of the Momono Sushin tag team. But Kanemaru obviously going to be probably the best guy in this match. So he's going to beat Ohara. We're having that steal the show, which is probably a terrible idea. It's Takashita and Endo. We're going to lose to Super Crazy Nozawa. As, yeah, they'll save and run. Actually, about ran the show. Good thing I didn't, as we got to go through here. So what we can do for the tag team scene here. Because, we did a, heavyweight tag, we did a junior match, or we did, I think 2 junior matches back-to-back, so yeah, it's nice to change it up, if we can, at least. I kind of want to use, Walter and Yuji Hino as the Muscle Bombers against the team. Doesn't have to be a great team, it could just kind of be in any type of team deal. We might just do Bobby Lashley and Bob Sapp, to be honest. Which, what could have been? We might have put Bob Sapp and Bobby Lashley in the Muscle Bombers. That would have been pretty awesome, but they're just not that great as far as rankings. Bob gave Bob Sapp the win, though, because I wasn't even paying attention. So yeah, we'll probably give it to Walter. He can beat Bob, and yeah, it's just, we know what's going on. Oh yeah, that's right. We made it all out. Gonna make it 8. Whoa, but never mind, we gotta make it 6. It's, great. That's still. They'll get the job done. So, yeah, let's, run the show here. I'm 62. Yuji Hino and Walter. As, Walter, because of the, chemistry bonus, almost gets into the 50s. It's nice. So, double fucking bomb on Bob Sapp. It's a 57 for, the Takashita Endo Nozawa Super Crazy match. Yeah, obviously it's hard to kind of predict where these... we know where they go in real life, but as far as in the mod, it's going to be kind of tough to gauge how they're going to do. But so far, I felt like they're doing okay, especially for how young they are in their young lion tenure. So 58 for Kanemaru and Kakanuma against Kotoge and Ohara. So, right decision, as Kanemaru with the deep impact. In 13:45. Definitely, I think them trying to steal the show definitely helped, and also the announcing too, but as a whole, not a great match. As the finally, we finally get a team for Devitt and Zach to outperform as Zach pins Eddie with the Saber Driver in 26:05. 64 for Zach, 58 for Devitt, 60 for Roger Strong, though, and the 56 for Eddie Edwards. The 69 for Tanasaki and Pac against Kushida and Taguchi. It's Pac with a 630 on Kushida, as he was the best guy in the match, too. As, yeah, I mean, the right decision, too, because of that. Because of Taguchi being off his game. Good stuff. Oh, we got a bruised eye socket for Red Dragon member Kyle O'Reilly. Alright, for Bobby Fish, rather. Jesus. Right team won, though. As Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish outperform Marvin and Taiji Shimori as Kyle O'Reilly taps out Ricky Marvin the ankle lock. Bruce Dasaka, that is tough. 65 at least. Nothing in the 70s, but close, though. We just haven't really been able to nail that main event. I thought that was going to be it for sure, then the injury happened. Tough go. Tough go of it. As, yeah, we'll run through the standings as we start the fifth show of the tournament. It's just kind of crazy how fast we're moving here. I feel like I just sat down to record and we're almost at the halfway point of the tournament. Obviously, it's a much different perspective as far as only booking, 6 matches compared to 12 on a show and having a longer tour as well. And what else is going on? Pay raise. Oh, he changed his mind. Good shit. So yeah, 2 days. We gotta wait as Bobby Fish hurt. Guess since we're here, we might as well just run through it right now. As yeah, Devitt and Zach haven't lost yet. 4-0 so far. Have the lone number 1 spot, but right on their tail is Kushida and Taguchi and the champs of Red Dragon. As they obviously Red Dragon haven't faced Devitt and Zach. Same thing for Kushida and Taguchi. They haven't faced Zach and Devitt, and they also haven't faced Red Dragon. So still a lot of time left. That's kind of why I don't really like showing it only after 4 shows. But it's just nice to see what the pace everybody is. Everybody's also won a match besides Takashita and Endo. Which I got a feeling I'm not going to win any. Just got a feeling. And yeah, on to day 5 we go. Alright, so as far as Kanto here, probably not going to be running Kanto. As Sakuraba came to you backstage and said he thinks that Zack Sabre Jr. has a bright future. And they'd be willing to put him over. Well, that's great and all. Too bad you guys are in the same fucking stable, so it's never going to work. As far as, well, actually, no. I'm an idiot. It's alright. Not sure exactly where we're going to run this show at. But let's take a look here. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Around 2000. So kind of a fun thing happened as far as, see if I can show it, because I accidentally skipped through it because I thought it was, as far as, I thought it was a thing that didn't have to be recorded. But Shibata, or not Shibata, rather, excuse me, as Kazushi Sakuraba is wanting to put over Zach sometime within the next 2 months. So that's pretty cool. Not exactly sure how we're going to do that. I don't know if Zach's going to... Because obviously, heavyweight junior, there's a bit of a clash there. But I think we could figure something out. As, yeah, without... the one thing that I forgot to change before this is I forgot to change all this shit to where, as far as putting Ohara in, as Tanasaki and Pac against Kotoge and Ohara, as Pac's going to be beating Ohara. Which is another win for that team. And now that's going to always be stuck in that screen, which sucks. But, oh, there we go, never mind. I thought I was going to be stuck there. Good shit. As, and then the Suzuki-Gun one. There it is. This is Devitt and Zach. So this is, where it kind of gets messy. Because they were finally going to lose, and it was because of interference from Kakanuma. So hopefully we're able to do this still, as far as having interference, but this time with Tai Chi instead. The injured Tai Chi's able to make a run in. I think that's a better story too, in a way. As we'll have Kanemaru beat him. Oh, we already did. Never mind. Perfect. As I'll gotta just take out Tai Chi for Kakanuma. Yep, that's okay. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that's... Now that it's not going to be Taichi and Kanemaru, they're going to get outperformed. But I do like that story as a whole. Actually, we have it as Taiji Shimori. That's pretty funny. As not sure what happened there. Oh, I thought it said his. Damn it. We could have it be Kenta. That'd be fun. Or maybe yeah, because I don't think we do Suzuki either. Maybe Kanemaru. Or not Kanemaru. Maybe Takayama. Just an idea. Add to booking sheet. There we go. And since they're gonna be, as far as we'll have Takayama interfere, we'll just put Takayama and Kenta in a tag match here. Let's see. Pillars of Violence is always a good idea, but we kind of already used them. Yeah, we could do Shohei and maybe also the Twin Towers of Violence too at the same time. That could be a pretty fun idea. Just giant men, and then you have Kenta. 14. Yeah, we're gonna have Kenta win. I kind of don't want him to, though, at the same time, but at the same time, he's got to win because he's going to be the best guy in the match. I don't want to give it to Takayama either. Maybe I should, huh? I mean, Takayama could use a win, too. Yeah, I feel better about that. Yeah, and now we could go with the actual card that I wanted to do as far as main event-wise. This will be it. Nozawa and Super Crazy against the Tag Champs, and Nozawa and Super Crazy will be getting a win this time around. Now, of course, they just had a title match at the Great Voyage in Tokyo Volume 2 show. Obviously, that was the one of the last episodes, as they came up short. Also, Red Dragon beat them last year during the Great Voyage tour. So just so far, that's the only time they have faced off against each other. But for the first time during the Junior Tag League, they take the fall to them, and that's future title match for the Nozawa Super Crazy team against Red Dragon. So maybe they'll can win in the rubber match. just a thought. Ishimori, Ricky Marvin against Livestrong Die Hard. We have this as Steal the Show, which makes sense because this should be a pretty good match. Ishimori's going to get the win now. Then Takashita and Endo against Taguchi and Kushida, which Taguchi hasn't really gotten a lot of pinfalls. Felt like that needed to change. There, as we gotta put this there. Main event. We're just kind of flip-flopping everything around. Oh, that's actually gonna be the main. I trust that match a little bit more than that match, to be fair. So yeah, there we go. As let's run this show. Wow. Oh, I mean, I don't know what else I was expecting, though, to be fair, because like Kenta, he's been fucking awesome. Same thing for Ishikawa. I just didn't expect this. Pretty solid opener, though. As Takayama gets the win with the Everest suplex in 14:05. Bit of a steep downhill from here, though, as Takashita, oh my god, as Takashita and Endo lose to Kushida and Taguchi, as Taguchi with the Dodon, 9:39. Again, Takashita going up into the 40s, but yeah, just as a whole, Kushida didn't really, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's just tired or just not going all out. Yeah, just inexperience too for Takashita and Endo, which is awesome that that's a thing, to be fair. Really puts over the young lion experience as Pac and Tanasaki against Ohara and Gotoge, as Pac pins Ohara in 11 minutes with the 6:30. So I got a 63. 64 for the first pinfall loss for Devitt and Zack, as Kanemaru pins Zack Sabre Jr. with a deep impact, thanks to the run-in from Takayama. Just imagine that big fucking dude running out there for this Junior Tag League tournament matchup. Not the greatest of matches, but at the same time, I think it's just a combination of a lot going on, too. Yeah, like injuries, holding back. A lot of guys holding back this show. And the poor chemistry. Ricky Marvin breaks his toe as Ishimori pins Eddie Edwards there in 13:13. There you go, Ricky Marvin. Getting up into the 60s. They're looking to be a pretty good team. Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. It's funny because I remember when we first booked them, obviously when Ricky Marvin got hurt for a year, it was just like, oh shit, maybe they're not such a great junior tag team. And now they finally clicked after 3 years, as Nozawa beating Bobby Fish with a Nozawa driver in 22-28 as the Super Crazy Nozawa team pull off an upset over the Red Dragon team, even though really, I mean, it's 50-50. Could have went either way. Yeah, just really nobody really delivered besides the opener, funny enough, and that was the best thing on this card. Just, yeah, not great, but thank God at least the main event was the best of as far as the Junior Heavyweight Tag League matches. With the injuries that happened and everything going on, it was just cursed. It was just a cursed show, but we're still trugging along, though. We still got a lot cooking. As after day 6, we'll take a look at the standings, see where everybody's at. Obviously, a big-time moment there as far as Devitt and Zach losing their first match of the tournament. So I'm sure that'll play into a big factor as far as moving forward. And yeah, and so Destination X, so we got to take a look at this show. As Brock, what a 4-way of AJ, Angle, and Abyss. Yeah, Brock with 100. Makes fucking sense. They're in the show in Puerto Rico. Oh, yeah, that's right. They signed Rey Mysterio Jr. to an exclusive deal. As Mark Briscoe is the television champion. The Round Table beat RVD and TNA Security. Morgan beats Low-Key by TQ. Way to see my boy. Well, I wouldn't say my boy. Low-Key's a fucking idiot. But a former Pro Wrestling Noah guy lose by DQ. Aries and Crimson beat Fortune. It was the best thing on the show, though. I was about to say, he did like an 85, now he did a 65. That makes sense. Those stats make sense as far as for that time. Is that it, though? As far as Jerry Lynn's in the pre-show. Hector Garza's in the pre-show. Well, that must have been, obviously, either... Cause I'm trying to remember when he passed. I could have swore it was towards the end of the decade of the 2000s, but I guess it wasn't. So yeah, as we'll... see here. Yep, 3 days away. So yeah, we'll catch you guys for day 6. Alright, day 6, Backstage Incident. Pac, as he's brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up. Knowing everyone else, as the judge, Kazushi Sakuraba, found him guilty incidents of cleanup and then buy drinks for everyone after the show. Pac is an egomaniac. That's gotta be the furthest thing from the fucking truth, sir. Goddamn mod maker. As, yes, well, the tournament standings. We have a 2-team tie for the lead as Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. against Kushida and Taguchi. That will probably be the deciding factor in who will be the number 1 and number 2 team as far as going forward. Now, obviously, we got 4 shows left. A lot could still happen as of right now, but you see a huge 4-way tie for second, though, and Ishimori and Marvin, Nozawa and Super Crazy, Red Dragon, and Kanemaru and Kakanuma, who have beaten the Red Dragon team because of obviously when it was still Tai Chi. But that's huge, though. Very, very big for the Suzuki-gun team. You know, Red Dragon losing to Nozawa and Super Crazy and the fucking team of Suzuki-gun. Not great, but still a lot of time left. And then for Ishimori, you know, they've already lost to Devitt and Zach, which is not great. And they've also lost the GHC Junior Tag Team Champions, too, which is not a great look at all. Live Strong Die Hard and Tanasaki and Pac, after they went their first 3 matches, lost every one of them, came back and have won 2 straight now. It's not over, but it's not a great opportunity for those teams as far as if they can make it into the top. And of course, Katoge and Ohara and Takashita and Endo, it's pretty much over. You know, I would say they are mathematically eliminated at this point. As for this show here, let's take a look at the venue. And they kind of got us all over the place. So, I want to maybe hold off on running Osaka for a little bit longer. I think it's a good idea. Did we increase? Yeah, we did. Business went up by 1. Good stuff. Yeah, this is the main. Zack and Devitt, Red Dragon, as the Kings of Wrestling will be beating the Red Dragon team. I don't know, though. I don't know. At the same time, I think it'd be a good idea. Another part of me kind of wants them to lose. Because I feel like Red Dragon could really benefit from having this type of win. I think we're going to do it. And we're going to have Kyle beat Devitt to really play up the injury, at the same time. Because he's holding his knee, and then he, gets caught into a ankle lock. Even though, obviously, those are two different things. But just him just selling the knee gives Kyle the opportunity he needs to lock it in. As kind of wrap his legs up, from the bottom position. Just from, if you would assume he was, like, in guard. If we're just going to use, like, MMA terms. Hooks his leg, kind of like it's a heel hook, but then flips it around to where it's an ankle lock type of thing. Just, I feel like it'd be a pretty fun finish. Co-main, probably this. Ishimori Marvin. This should probably be an Osaka show, to be honest. This is a pretty good card. It's Taguchi will be beating Ricky Marvin, and that's a huge win for Kushida and Ishimori, which we're going to give that a shit ton of time. As, probably a little bit more than that, to be fair. Yeah, let's change this to an Osaka show. If we could find... There's 2,500. We'll run here. It's Momono Sushin tag against Nozawa and Super Crazy, which obviously that's now going to be... that would have been an Arata win for Momono Sushin tag. Not anymore, though. As, yeah, we're going to have Hajime and Katoge, which are... Ohara's at least cooled, at least. They'll be taking the fall, as Super Crazy will be getting the win over Ohara. Good stuff. As oh, it's... Oh, never mind. I see what happened. As, I did it wrong. As, Tanasaki Pac against Suzuki-gun. Which Taichi was going to beat Pac. Another interesting decision. As, yeah, you could kind of see that Suzuki-gun was going to have a pretty big junior global tag league. As, but that's no more. As, we'll have Tanasaki get the win. I feel like he hasn't gotten a win. He's going to beat, he could beat Kanemaru. But that was also a thing, too, where Taichi was going to be attacked by, Zack to really cause that loss. So now it kind of doesn't make sense. But I think at the same time maybe we can have just have it be Yoshida Kanemaru instead. Yeah, we'll switch that with that. And Takashita and Endo against Livestrong Die Hard, as Roddy's going to get the win, obviously, for the Livestrong Die Hard team. So I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, we're just good on that. A lot of injuries going on. Lot happening. A lot of people being overbooked. Just not great. Not great as a whole. I think we need to add some firepower to this show as a whole. And I think it's going to be a Muscle Bombers versus Strong Pillars of Violence. And I'm trying to think who would be a perfect person for this. I'm thinking Hanma. Or not Hanma. I'm thinking as far as Masato Tanaka. Sure, we've done this before, yeah? No, first time meeting. In the opener, too. Which is hilarious, because it's definitely going to do better than, like, almost everything on this show. So we'll have Ishikawa beat Walter. That'd be an awesome match. Prime Walter and Prime Ishikawa. Make it a death match, too. Do that in Fire Pro. Just tell me how it goes. Yeah, everything's good to go. So on the show. 73. Not bad for the opener here. It's, yeah, Morishima with an 80. It's pretty crazy. And Ishikawa pins Walter with the Hawaiian Splash Mountain, of course. 73 for Hanma, 72 for Ishikawa, 63 for Yuji Hino, and 50s for Tanaka and Walker. Oh, and Walter, as Tanaka was off his game. Not of selling show, which that makes sense. Just who's gonna sell in this match? Yeah, they're just gonna beat the shit out of each other. It's Takashita and Endo against Livestrong Die Hard. It's Roddy with a 60, Eddie with a 55, Takashita with a 43 and a 32 for Endo. Of 63 for Katoge and Ohara against Super Crazy and Nozawa. Surprisingly, Katoge with a 50 there. It's not bad. Not bad. Super Crazy with a trifecta and 1331. A 68 for Tanasaki and Pac against Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Kakanuma. It's the interference from Zack returning the favor, costing the Suzuki-gun team the win, even though obviously they were the better team, and Pac and Tanasaki. So they really didn't need it. 74, though. Holy shit. This definitely should have been the main. It's Taguchi with the Dodon on Ricky Marvin. As Ricky Marvin's injury slowed him down a little bit. Kushida was a little bit off his game, but they still did pretty well as far as a team for Taguchi and Kushida. I think it was the right decision there. 74 again for the main as Red Dragon. Right decision. As far as with, the current state. I mean, Bobby Fischer's also hurt too. Somewhat slowed down, but really Devitt, big injury toll there as he taps out Devitt with the ankle lock in 12:58. Hate they don't do Chase of the Dragon when it's Kyle O'Reilly doing it, but that's fine. We'll keep on getting ankle locks, I guess. A couple of 74s, there's 73 too. Really good show. I'm happy this was the Osaka show. Might be one of the best shows of the tournament so far. I want to say that the first show we did was like a 71. So that was 73 is not bad. As we're down to the final 3 here as far as shows go. And, it's looking like Red Dragon's got a very good chance of making it to the finals, being the junior tag champs right now. As far as that goes, so we'll just update what's it looking like. Kushida and Taguchi, though, do have the number 1 spot now, thanks to Devitt and Zack losing there, and Red Dragon have the tiebreaker advantage now, which is huge, and also Nozawa and Super Crazy with 8. And they have also, as far as they've beaten Red Dragon. So technically, if it ends right now, which it's very interesting, because Nozawa and Super Crazy, they haven't faced Devitt and Zack yet. But they have the tiebreaker win over the champs. So really, it would be Kushida and Taguchi against Nozawa and Super Crazy. That would be the final 2 at this moment. But obviously, it's very tough to kind of defer that. Plus, Devitt and Zack haven't faced Kushida and Taguchi. There's still a lot of big-time matches left. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying as far as the tournament goes. It's done. I think it's been pretty well booked, if I must say so myself. Even with the injuries happening, I think we've been able to bounce back really well, which I want to say somebody's able... Yeah, Ricky Marvin will be 100%. Devitt's close, which is great. Katoge would have been... he's going to be healthy again, too. We just got a lot on the up and up. We have a lot of people banged up right now, so it's going to be nice to get people back closer and closer to 100%. Yeah, so we got a couple of backstage incidents here. It shows Ishii brought for a wrestler's court, accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out, as the judge Kazushi Sakuraba found him guilty and sentenced to buy drinks right after the show. And Sakuraba has he is just like young lions. Come to me, as he's taking Endo under his wing as a protege. I got a bad feeling he's like the only one that can do that for some reason, which, like, Kobashi should be able to. Like, we have a lot of veteran talent. But at the same time, we don't have a ton of veteran talent at the same time. As far as Sakuraba's definitely, like, a part of that. There's a lot of guys, as far as that, are that level. Like, Taue could, but, we're Taue, so we can't do that. And a lot of guys are also just kind of, I don't know, maybe. I just want to blame the mod. Anytime something goes wrong. It's like, it's the mod's fault. 2,100. Perfect. And it is exactly what we need. As far as the show goes, Suzuki-gun, Takashita and Endo. Will be an easy win for Kakanuma and Kanemaru. We'll keep it the same. Then, it wasn't added. was not added. And Pac's contract went up as far as the loaning, or the talent trade, which they are taking on Ishimori, Ricky Marvin. David and Zach. It's going to go a draw against Kushida and Taguchi, so they will both come out of this with 11 and 9, so that's going to make this a whole lot more interesting now with that draw. And then Lev Strong, Die Hard. Now that one's super crazy. Roderick Strong going to beat Super Crazy there. That's going to be a fun match, though. They set that for the show. And then Momo Solution Tag, which would have been Momo Solution Tag, but now it's going to just be Future Shock. There we go. Yeah, Bobby Fish with his bruised eye. We could probably bump that down to like 14 at this rate. Even though Kyle's doing really well, it's just that it's not really necessary. Also, there we go. We'll put this, yeah, I guess, yeah, this is gonna go here. That's gonna be the main. Yeah, that's, I think that's fair. Then we'll have, the next match we're gonna add as far as Naoki Tanasaki and Pac. It's Taiji Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. So Ricky Marvin's a little cooled. So as far as, you know, again, I want to look back just as far as I wasn't really what they have. So they both have 6, I want to say. Yeah, so let's see who's going to join into the 8th group. We're actually going to give the win to Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. So we're going to have Taiji Ishimori beat Pac. Let's see if Pac takes the fall. The fucking scumbag, yep. Will you lose by count out? I'll take any type of finish at this rate. There it is, count out. What a piece of shit. Piece of shit. Tanasaki taking the fall. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're still doing good on time. Figured so. I figured we'd be able to do this no problem as far as, like, agents and all that jazz being set up correctly. So, there is... We could do something with King's Wrestling, but at the same time we really can't. As far as for it being the opener, because Hero's going to take on Marufuji, of course. I'm not sure exactly what we could do as far as, maybe a 6-man or a tag or some kind. Because I was thinking Kobashi. Kobashi right now, as far as I only have 3 matches for the Grave Voyage in Osaka Volume 3 show, and he's not in any of them. So maybe have something as far as we could do Go and Kenta Kobashi. See what tag team. Taue and Marufuji would be fun. It's not a bad idea. Brave, and just kind of brave and brave. With Taue. Taue's not even in Brave. With, you know, that shit. I guess we could have... Really, Uncle June in there as well would be pretty fucking base. Maybe have it be Go and Taniguchi against Taue and Marufuji. I think that's a little bit more on the opener wavelength here. As we'll have Taniguchi beat us. As we might as well lose. Might as well, if we can elevate some talent. Although Taue's the agent. Set to Kobashi. Still should be good to get... Oh, no. Referee. Giving too much. So I'm assuming he's in the main. Motto. Now the lead ref. Alright. Let's run the show. 66 for the opener. It's Marufuji destroying it out there with the 78. So Taue, even with the chemistry boost, it's not enough. It's Taniguchi with the front suplex. 12:58. At least somebody got hurt there. That could have been a bad idea too. Book the champs like that. As Kanemaru pins Takashita to Deep Impact. I mean, I feel like Takashita is just kind of inconsistent. Sometimes he gets 38, sometimes it's 43. Not that it matters. He's still going to get outperformed everybody in this tag league. But just kind of basing on what I'm seeing off of his ratings. Really good stuff. Upset, but Livestrong Die Hard do get the win as Roger Strong pins Super Crazy with a sick kick into the Die Hard driver. Eddie Edwards is off his game, which would have made that a little bit more even too, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. 67 for Kotoge and O'Hara against the champs of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly of Red Dragon, as Kyle O'Reilly tapping out Hajime O'Hara with the ankle lock. I would really love if you could just be like, set the finish. What do you want the finish to be? It's like, tag finish. That'd be great. So, Naoki Tanasaki and Pac against Ishimori and Marvin, as Ishimori pins Tanasaki to Himocilio in 25-56, as Pac gets outperformed by Taiji Ishimori. Wrong team won, but Ishimori, though, with a 69 is pretty awesome. And a 72 main for the draw, as Devitt and Zach go 30, go the distance. You probably should have had Kushida and Taguchi win, but that's okay. They're already in the lead, and their lead gets expanded off of that draw. So the team of Kushida and Ryusuke Taguchi, they might be, as far as I'm sure, Sakuraba and Shibata are just like, listen, he might not be in our wheelhouse as far as what we want, but they are delivering in a big, big way. I mean, it's the best that Laughter 7 have ever done in the junior tag division. Move over, Kendo Kashin. So yeah, we're now down to the final two as far as the tournament show matches. And, this is looking to be a very exciting race to the finish. We got a lot of teams involved. I know, obviously, the main team, of course, being as far as Kushida and Taguchi. But also, Red Dragon now, the champs, are in second. Devitt and Zach are in third. Livestrong, I don't know why I said Livestrong, Die Hard, and Ishimori, Ricky Marvin, Nozawa, Super Crazy, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Kakanuma all finishing with 8. I mean, you have, 6 teams? If you count, 6 teams. Or no, 7 teams. Excuse me, 7 teams in the top echelon of being almost like a couple of points away from each other. That's really, really awesome to do as far as a tight race like this. It's a shame about Kotoge and O'Hara, because obviously that would have been Momo's Decision Tag, and they would have got a lot more wins as well. They might have been in that fray as well, but because of that, it's basically, it's really an 8-team Global Junior Tag League at this rate. What are you going to do? As poor Tanasaki and Pac, though, that slow start, it's really costing them. So now, they're definitely mathematically eliminated for sure, but that's just a tough blow. Tough blow for the Tanasaki Pac teams. How this thing's going to end, there's a lot of different variables that's going to be going on here. We still got 2 more shows. A lot can happen, as we're going to keep the train rolling, as we just got to wait 3 more days for day 8. Alright, so this is definitely now not coming out at the normal time, but that's okay. Hopefully, it still is, maybe later in the day, and not, super, super late, where it misses the entire day entirely, but hopefully we could still get it uploaded by Thursday, as, we got, as far as where we should run this damn show. Yes, here, that's probably for the best. And to find out what's going on as far as to end out this tournament, this is a good big-time matchup. Nozawa, Super Crazy, King Devitt, Zack Sabre Jr., as far as, this goes. And Devitt and Zach will be beating Nozawa and Super Crazy. Probably should give that a little bit more time. Give it 24. Because that's probably going to be the main. Yeah, so, I don't know why I wasn't... That was weird. Then for probably the co-main, it would have been that, but now it's O'Hara instead. I guess probably Red Dragon against Livestrong Die Hard. And Livestrong and Die Hard will be beating the champs. That's huge, because obviously Red Dragon was in second, and with, as far as Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr., they're going to be at 11 right now. So that is a huge, huge loss for the tag champs, losing to Livestrong Die Hard, a team that they have never lost to as far as a 2v2 matchup is concerned. But it should be a pretty good match, though. We're going to give that 24 minutes, as Bobby Fish is very unhappy about this. We'll keep him strong, I guess. But a big win, though, for Roddy and Eddie Edwards there. That should probably be the main, for being honest. Then for, we'll just, out of, and Kushida and Taguchi, they are going to beat Future Shock, which is pretty much no surprise. So, really, as far as the standings go, teams that are going to be 1 and 2 will be Kushida and Taguchi, and then Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr., barring the final day, of course. But as of the end of this show, that is our 1 and 2 spot. Naoki Tanasaki and Pac, Endo and Takashita. Obviously, that's going to be the first of the 5, as Pac and Tanasaki will be winning. And then Kanemaru and Kakanuma against Ishimori and Ricky Marvin, as Ricky Marvin will be winning, beating the Suzuki-gun team, as Ricky Marvin's going to be pinning Kakanuma there. That should probably be, well, we put that there. There we go. As far as, I just want to make sure. So we just need a Steal the Show match. I'm thinking 6-man. That's the opener. So let's see. We got Kano. Let's get Diamond Ring involved. Miyahara. And then Katsuhiko Nakajima. Oh, against who, though, is the question. Because you got a lot of great guys in here. Kind of want to do, as far as, like, Kobashi, Go, and Kotori Suzuki. Not a terrible idea. A little Brave versus Diamond Ring match. We're giving that way too much time for the opener, but that's okay. But we'll make it, probably should be a little lower than that. Obviously, we need to Steal the Show match. 14, and we'll have Go beat Keno. Just the future of Pro Wrestling Noah in this match with Kobashi, of course. There we go. Good little match here. I think we're good to go, though. Yep. It's green, so I don't know why I even looked at it. 75 for the opener, as Brave beat Diamond Ring, as Go pins Keno with Go Flasher in 1350. Yeah, Go best guy in the match, followed by Nakajima, and then Miyahara and Kotori Suzuki get the Kobashi with 62s, Keno with the 51. Just not at that same level, but everybody else really, really good. 62 for Pac and Tanasaki against Endo and Takashita. Takashita was game, not that it mattered. Pac gets the one with the 630 and 947. 66 for Kotoge and Ohara against Kushida and Taguchi. As Kushida and Taguchi 65-64 is obviously 20 points better than the Ohara Kotoge team. It's Kushida with Kushida Lock in 1840. 66 for Kanemaru and Kakanuma against Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. Right team wins for sure, as Ricky Marvin wins with the Santa Maria. And enough selling involved. Interesting. Figured everyone would be able to sell in this match. Just kind of curious to see who's the guy who's shit at selling. Oh, Kakanuma is. Makes sense. 73 for Nozawa and Super Crazy against King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. Devitt's back healthy, but he's still probably a little rusty as far as coming off the injury, though. Unless that's just how bad he's going to be. I was just penalized for holding back. Also, I mean, Zack's not performing. Oh, no, that was Devitt. Never mind. Devitt was the 72. I was mistaken, as Devitt was Devitt's end, tapping out Super Crazy in 24-22. That's more like it for the Devitt Zack Sabre Jr. team. Big win, though, for them. And 65 for Red Dragon against Livestrong Die Hard. Obviously, nobody was on the same level but Kyle O'Reilly, but having Bobby Fish be involved in the finish with Roderick Strong hitting the Gibson Driver in 24-07, it's a big-time win for Livestrong Die Hard. As Red Dragon, they have lost to Livestrong Die Hard, obviously, Super Crazy Nozawa, and they've also lost to the Suzuki-gun the first night as well. Just some tough losses for Red Dragon as a whole. Pretty good show. Wrong main event, though. Definitely should have went with what I wanted, and Devitt and Zack against Nozawa and Super Crazy, but that's okay. Just a tour show. Because we're here at the end of the tournament, as we have a big 1 and 2 as far as Kushida, Taguchi, and Zack Sabre Jr. and King Devitt. I think as far as what makes sense for a main event, Dirk Feelgood. What a name. As we only got to wait for it tomorrow. I'm just kind of curious as if Devitt is fully fit. I figured so, but just curious as Kyle's going to be able to start work for the next tour, which is pretty awesome. As just to look at the standings going into this final night. Kushida and Taguchi with 13, 11 for Zack Sabre Jr. and King Devitt. Big thing here is regarding Ishimori, Ricky Marvin, Livestrong, Die Hard, and Red Dragon. With, Red Dragon, they still got to face Kushida and Taguchi. So let's say they win. They could technically finish second. Because let's say King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr., they lose to, for some odd reason, Kotoge and Ohara. Just a huge upset there. They will steal the second place spot. As far as Ishimori, Ricky Marvin, they're taking on Takashita and Endo. Would assume that's going to finish with 12 points for them. And really, it's in Livestrong Die Hard, they're going to take on Tanasaki and Pac, which is definitely the toughest match out of the three teams remaining. Actually, no, Kushida and Taguchi and Red Dragon's definitely the toughest. But yeah, I mean, that's some pretty good matches, I think, lined up towards the end. And a lot of moving parts, a lot of different pieces on what's going to happen. But so far, I think I'm excited to see how this tournament's going to play out. Alright, for this final show, which I forgot to add the Tanasaki-Pac match, which that should be against Livestrong Die Hard. It's Kushida, Backstage Incident, the Brighten the Mood backstage, simply by being so cheerful and fun to be around. Yeah, that just sums up Kushida to a T there. And Kenta Kobashi passing on microphone work to his protege Go Shiozaki. Well, see, here's Fighting TV Samurai. I'm hoping we could get a better broadcasting deal. Hoping we can. That would be great. As for this show, we got us in Jinju, which is probably where we're going to run the show. 58,000 people, though. That is a shit ton of people. I'm trying to think what would probably be any type of alternative if we can, because the Tokyo Dome, it'd be close. Wouldn't be a full sellout, but it'd be damn near close. I think we're going to keep it at Jinju, though. As, main event, Kushida, Ryosuke Taguchi against Red Dragon, and they're going to beat the tag champs as well, and they will be finishing off with 15 points, which will be best for the first place team. They're going on to the finals, and it's a big-time win, too, as then probably as far as, honestly, it'd probably be, I'll just go ahead and add it here, because this probably be for the best, as far as Tanasaki and Pac against Livestrong Die Hard. There we go. We'll give him 20, as Pac can get the win. He can beat Eddie Edwards, I guess. There we go. And obviously we'll have to change this to Hajime Ohara. But Zack Sabre Jr. and King Devitt will be getting the win. Good stuff there. There we go. Then, I'll have to change this, obviously. It's Nozawa Super Crazy against Kakanuma now. In Kanabara. So, we're going to change that. Maybe not, though. I don't know, at the same time. Because really, as far as, it's tough. It's tough as far as that goes. We'll go back to this. As, that might get changed, that might not get changed. As far as who's going to win, who's going to lose. Because really, they'll finish with 10 if they win. So, yeah, I think that's for the best, actually. To have Nozawa Super Crazy win. We'll have Nozawa beat Takanuma. There we go. And the opener, well, the first of the five, rather. Ishimori and Ricky Marvin against Takashita and Endo. We'll be finishing with 0 points. No surprise there, though. As, we just need to steal the show match. As far as, it's weird, because this tour, we didn't really build a whole lot. Mainly because we had undercard stuff kind of throughout it. So maybe, I'm not really exactly sure. I do know I want to have a Muscle Bomb or Strong Pills of Violence tag match on the card. And also something involving Kobashi, Go, like kind of all the Brave guys, if we can. I'm trying to think if Etsuki Ohagi, if he's ready to go. Which I think he is. Oh, no, he is ready to go. So maybe something with that. As far as Gobashi go, Suzuki and Aoki against like an 8-man team. Not sure exactly what the 8-man team will be though, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. As maybe something with Shibata, Sakuraba, and Kendo Kashin. Let's see what team. Let's think a Diamond Ring. It's not a bad idea. We can make that actually maybe the actual match on the tour show, the final tour show. Let's do Shuji Ishikawa, Tomoaki Hanma, and Great Sasuke. And we'll have Sasuke beat Kendo Kashin. There we go. Hell yeah. Let's run the show. It's a 76. Shibata with a 90. Jesus Christ. Hanma 84, 82 for Shuji Ishikawa. Everybody did really good, but Kendo Kashin got a 41. Yeah, but they got to show off the strong start, got the crowd buzzing as well. Just, did its part. 47,000 people in Jinju Stadium. Is 61 for Takashita and Endo against Ishimori and Ricky Marvin. Ishimori with an 80. 71 for Ricky Marvin. 43 for Takashita. 31 for Endo. He was really off his game. Too short for an important match of the edge of the audience. That's interesting. Not enough selling shown again. 69 for Nozawa Super Crazy against Kanemaru and Gakanuma. That's Nozawa with a 64. 62 for Super Crazy, Kanemaru with a 59. And at least Gakanuma was, it was kind of close. If they didn't have such bad chemistry, this might have actually worked down to like the 70s. And they might have outperformed him. Another 69 for Devitt and Zack against Katoge and Ohara. As Zack with the PK kick on Katoge in 1924. 76 for Pac and Tanasaki, which Pac just carrying this one with an 80. Great performance from him as he gets the 630 in 2020. The 79 for the main event is Kushida and Ryusuke Taguchi against Red Dragon as Kushida with the Kushida lock on Kyle O'Reilly in 26:49. A little nervous as far as, the right team won, but I'm a little nervous how we're going to do as far as the show rating goes. Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid of that. It's just, it wasn't going to be on the same level as everything else. We probably should just still have that as a tour show for the Junior Heavyweight Tag League, because really nothing's going to be, at the level that it should be at the same time, But, all in all, I think we should give some praise to Pac, even though he's not a Noah guy. Still did really, really well. Oh, that's, Taguchi. And also Devin. There we go. As the finals are set, it will be the Kushida Ryusuke Taguchi team against the Kings of Wrestling team of King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. Also going to have Chris Hero, Naomichi Marufuji, having the Emerald Openweight title, the Muscle Bombers versus Strong Pills of Violence, and we're also going to have a GSC Junior Tag Team title matchup of Live Strong Die Hard against Red Dragon, since they had beaten them. And I was, because at first I was thinking about doing Nozawa Super Crazy against Live Strong Die Hard to kind of see who would get the first title shot. But there's also, the Suzuki-gun team of Taichi and Kanemaru. They deserve a title match since they, beat Red Dragon. And also, obviously, with what's going on with Red Dragon, they've lost a couple of big-time matches as well throughout that tournament. So there's going to be a lot of future contenders, I'm sure. We're going to have to take a break, though, to add kind of the card and whatnot. And we'll be back to run this final show of the episode here. Alright, for the show, it is looking like this. The Great Voyage in Osaka Volume 3, of course, main event. We already talked about Chris Hero and Naomichi Marufuji, which that should be a banger. The Junior Heavyweight Tag League Finals, Kushida and Ryusuke Taguchi versus King Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. The Muscle Bombers versus the Strong Pillars of Violence. And then we're also going to have Daisuke Sakamoto versus Claudio Castagnoli in a singles match, which that should be pretty fucking awesome. It's the first time ever that's happened as far as the singles match goes. And the GHC Junior Tag Team title matchup of Live Strong Die Hard against Red Dragon. We're going to have an 8-man of, I forgot to put Brave here. Let's hurry up and add that. Of Kenta Kobashi, Go Shiozaki, Tsushi Aoki, and Kotori Suzuki against the Suzuki-gun team of Kenta, a mystery partner, Yoshida Kitamura, and Kakanuba, which, I think that mystery partner should be pretty awesome to see who that's going to be, as I think it's going to make a lot of sense, too, as far as who is in that, as far as who's already in Suzuki-gun and who's the mystery guy. Then we're going to have a 6-man of Diamond Ring, of Kenta Miyahara, Katsuhiko Nakajima, and Keno, taking on the Laughter 7 team of Shibata, Sakuraba, and, of course, Kendo Kashin. Then the opener, Koei Sato versus Walter. Just felt like that needed to happen, It just, it makes sense as an opener goes. But that is the show. That's what it looks like. And without further ado, let's get on with the show. So we're back in Jinju, which is probably gonna be not so many people compared to last time. Well, there was 47,000, so I guess it'd be about the same here. And I don't know why I looked at this, but fuck it. Oh, that's right, Backstage Incidents. That's what I was wanting to click on. As Ishimori, as he entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. And Sakuraba passing microphone work to Tetsuya Endo, and doing the same, or psychology this time, to Konosuke Takashita. Alrighty, so, of course, main event, Hiro Naomichi Marufuji for the GHC Emerald Openweight title, and he makes his defense. Does Naomichi Marufuji beating Chris Hero. 31 minutes is how long that one is going for. And then, the co-main event, the Junior Heavyweight Tag League of Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. against Kushida and Ryusuke Taguchi, as King Devitt will be beating Ryusuke Taguchi, and your 2013 Global Junior Tag League winners are the Junior Kings of Wrestling. I just feel like that was a fun little name for them, instead of them just being Devitt and Zack Sabre Jr. being the Junior Kings of Wrestling. Just made sense. Made sense there, as then the Muscle Bombers, Strong Pillars of Violence. Muscle Bombers will be beating the Strong Pillars of Violence. Morishima pinning Hanma there. Should be a really good match in that one, as another really good match, Daisuke Sakamoto, Claudio Castagnoli, as Daisuke's going to beat Claudio. Should be a banger, though. Should be a banger. As then the GHC Junior Tag Team title matchup of Live Strong Die Hard against Red Dragon, which Red Dragon will retain their belts against Live Strong Die Hard, getting that win back against them. Then the Brave, and you see the mystery man is Takashi Sugiura. Perfect. I just, with him coming back, just felt like he could definitely benefit from being a part of Suzuki-gun. Because really right now, obviously Suzuki's out still for a couple of months. Plus, Takayama's not at his strongest. So I just felt like Sugiura and Kenta teaming just makes sense, And Sugiura's actually going to beat Go Shiozaki, which is going to lead to the GHC Heavyweight title match happening on the next tour between Sugiura and Go Shiozaki. So that is pretty fun there. And also, as Go Shiozaki's a little upset by that, we'll keep him strong. Also, with Daisuke beating Claudio, that's also going to prelude to a tag title matchup of Strong League Japan versus the Kings of Wrestling. Obviously, Devitt and Zack are going to take on Red Dragon on the next tour. We're building. We're building here with this show. So the Diamond Ring against Laughter 7, as Shibata's going to beat Kento Miyahara. Big win for Laughter 7. Probably should have that be steal the show, but that's okay. I think we'll just have it be this, as Walter is going to beat Koei Sato. I'm sure Sato's going to be a little upset by that. Nope, he wasn't. Alright. So 12 minutes. I'm just going to make it a 3-hour show. That just makes sense for everybody involved. Just Hayabusa's given too much, as is Yamato. So I want to say Hayabusa is road aging this match, as is Yamato, so perfect. So I have Kobashi and Shinichi Nakayama. Alright, so we got that figured out. As far as what we want the pre-show match to be, I want, probably a tag, maybe a 6-man, having all the young lions against the team. Just kind of seeing what we have left here. Because, yeah, Yuji Kobayashi's not doing anything, neither is Ogawa. So, yeah, let's add Iwamato, and then Endo and Takashita. As far as that goes, who would be the perfect kind of catalyst for this? Because, I mean, really, there are not a lot of options for this. I guess we can do Sasuke, Yoshitone, and Keisuke Ishii just to throw those guys on the card. 10 minutes. And we'll have Sasuke get a win. He can beat Koji Yamato again. And for the next pre-show match, I'm thinking just a regular tag, if we can. Because, like, Uncle June, I think like June and either Taue, or Taue and Ogawa against Uncle June and someone. Maybe do Taue, Taniguchi, Masawa Noe, and Jun Akiyama. Just to kind of throw together a match. It's 10 minutes, we'll have Uncle June beat Taue. There we go. Alright. And I think we're good to go as far as that goes. Only Kendo Kashin and Keno's used too much. I guess we could turn that match down. Make it 16. See if that did anything. Still slightly overused, but that's okay. As we'll run the show. 56 for the first of the two pre-show matches. As Sasuke with the Thunderfire Powerbomb. So yeah, Sasuke with the 65, 56 for Yoshitone, 52 for Keisuke Ishii. There's some good stuff from that team, the Young Lion team. Not so hot. Not so hot there. It's a 43. Oh my god. Taniguchi breaks his wrist. That's not good at all. Jun Akiyama, best guy in the match. As Uncle June and Masawa Noe don't work as a team. What a shit show. Thank god that was only on the pre-show. As it was Taniguchi. Or it was Masawa Noe who caused the injury. Oof, as Koei Sato with a 62, definitely shouldn't have lost, but I'm still trying with Walter. I definitely shouldn't. Like, he's just not going to get to that level. But Koei Sato definitely is. Koei Sato's the man. I mean, Strong Pills of Violence, I would argue, is probably the most talented stable in Pro Noah. I mean, there's just so many talented guys in there. So 71 for the 6-man of Diamond Ring and Laughter 7. Shibata pins Miyahara after the PK kick. Shibata with an 85, 75 for, or 83 rather, for Nakajima. Almost on the same level as Shibata. But Shibata was off his game at the same time. So yeah, I mean, that's a fun match, though, to see in the future. Diamond Ring of Miyahara and Nakajima against Laughter 7 of Shibata and Sakuraba. Be a pretty good match. Wrong team won, honestly. With Kendo being better than Kendo Kashin. It's a 72 for Brave with Suzuki-gun with the newest member, Takashi Sujora, pinning Go Shiozaki with a modified Olympic Slam. Yeah, I mean, 71 for Sujora. Look at Go, though. After months and months of building, we've done it. And he's an 86. Hell yeah. It's only a matter of time. We just kept on, breaking through the wall and just keep on just forcing it, having him getting wins after talented guys, and finally works out. As he takes the fall to the Sujiura here, but we'll see what happens on the anniversary show. So I got a 72-75 for Red Dragon versus Livestrong Die Hard. Another great junior tag match between these two teams, as Red Dragon makes their third defense of the GHC Junior Tag Team titles, which is crazy because I feel like they just got the belts. They already made their third defense. Good stuff. As Daisuke and Claudio's an 84, as Daisuke outperforms Claudio and gets a big win there with the Moonsault Press in 28-25. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Good stuff there. Lack of selling for both guys. Or just from Daisuke, rather. The segment as a whole went down. It would have been in the A category, the light blue category, but that's okay. This is an 88, though, even with the not enough selling, because fuck it. As the Muscle Bombers beat the Strong Pillars of Violence, as Morishima pinning Hanma with the bombs away in 21-31. Eugene almost outperformed Hanma, which is pretty awesome. Morishima with a 93. There's an 84 for the Global Junior Tag League Finals, as Devitt pins Taguchi with a diving foot stomp. Devitt with an 84, 78 for Kushida, 73 for Zack, and then 69 for Raisuke Taguchi. It's an 85 for our main event, as Chris Hiro and Michi Marufuji not many times that someone can outperform Chris Hero. I'm not sure what happened with him getting an 82 here. As, just inconsistency, really, was the big thing with Hero. But really good match, though, as Marufuji makes his first defense of the Emerald Openweight title, beating Chris Hero with the Shirin Yu in 30-35. Another good day for the Kings of Wrestling, besides the new Global Tag League winners and the Junior Kings of Wrestling. Didn't get a pop change because of that, because of an 84, but really, I mean, the top 4 matches I'm very proud of, going from 84s, 85, 88s, and that would have been higher. Not sure if that would have been any higher, but still, all in all, I think a really good show. As that will do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. As far as who to put over, I think Goshizaki deserves some love for doing pretty awesome. Let's say, Sujora, welcome aboard again. You're back into the fold, joining Suzuki-gun. And let's try to think who else could use maybe Morishima for the 93 performance. Hell yeah. So yeah, the anniversary show is the next tour. It should be a pretty good show already, just with Sujora Go, Strong Big Japan Kings of Wrestling, which match itself, that's going to be one of the better matches that we'll probably do in the series. And then Devitt and Zach against Red Dragon. We got a lot going on, and plus we'll probably have some undercard stuff as well. As yeah, some good stuff there. The show is awesome according to that. As yeah, and then we'll catch you guys for the anniversary tour. Take care, everyone.